Sapporo. I am familiar with this beer. Had it a few times before. Been a while though. Keen to try it and compare it against the black.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just to see the difference in flavour.
Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's roll into it. The old classic pour. When I was in Japan, this was actually probably the main beer that I would drink. Every time I'd go after, when I used to work in the bars in Japan, or the bar, well, I worked in a couple of bars. My knockoff drink was always Sapporo. It was always my go-to.
So it was on tap over there?
It was on tap, yeah, absolutely, on tap. I think everyone, yeah, so pretty sure, I mean, look, this is one that everyone gets. It's on tap even here in South Australia. Everyone gets it, everyone knows the name. It's globally world-renowned.
Do you reckon it's the most well-known Japanese beer here in South Australia?
It would definitely be a fight between Sapporo and probably Asahi Super Dry, I would say, which is one that we would try soon as well. Let's give the classic Sapporo Premium a go.
Cheers.
Bye. Classic taste.
It's a nice beer. Yeah, it's a nice beer. Easy to drink.
Yeah.
Could drink it anytime, anywhere.
Yep. Agreed.
Could drink a lot of them actually.
Could drink a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Pretty much number one. All right. Let's have a bit of a fact about Sapporo.
Is that produced here?
Yeah. So
licensed?
Again, that one is licensed through Coopers.
Yeah, right. That's right.
That's another one of those that's licensed through them. Sapporo is the oldest brand of beer in Japan. It was first brewed in Sapporo, Hokkaido, Japan in 1876 by brewer, I hope I'm saying this right, Seibei Nakagawa. However, the world headquarters of Sapporo Breweries is in Yebisu, Shibuya, Tokyo. Quiz time. In what year was Sapporo first launched? So not brewed, but when was it first launched to the consumer? What year? And it's multiple choice, so you don't have to do a random guess.
Good. I think I know, but give me the multiples anyway. Yeah.
So you got 1869, 1877, 1890, or the 1900. Or 1900.
I believe it was 1890.
No. It was 1877.
That was my second guess.
Yeah, cool.
1877.
So 1877. All right. Well, I don't think there's much more to say about that one. But let's obviously do the comparison. But
Well, give it a score. Give it a rating.
Yeah.
So just to recap, Sapporo Black. You gave that a 6.
Yeah.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
Sapporo Premium. What do you give it?
Oh, so we're not going through all of it as a recap, just the one.
Just the Sapporos for now. Just as
you gave it an 8. I gave it a 69.
Yeah, so where are we at with the premium?
Oh, I would probably have that. I would have that probably as an 8.
Whoa.
I would have that as an 8. The suspense is killing me.
You know what? I'm going to give it a 9.
Oh, you go on 9 as well.
I enjoyed the black, but I like the premium more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, definitely different flavour to the usual, but enjoyed both of them. Equally as much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice. All right. Sapporo's doing good. All right. Cool. Let's try the next one. So next up, we got Old Mate Asahi Dry. Pretty common, same as Sapporo. Pretty much find it.
Arch rivals.
Arch rival. Yep. Pretty much find it anywhere. Bottle shop, on tap, anything. So let's give this one a try. Well, again, because we've both tried this one plenty of times. So
this is the beer I'm most familiar with. Of all the beers we've tried, I've had this many times before.
Yeah, and probably, like I said, the main reason why I did this video is even though a lot of these beers, we have tried like the Asahi, like the Sapporo, and probably another one that's coming up for me more specifically. But trying them side by side, right after one after the other, and really having a think about it, I think is good to really compare and see which one you really do like the most.
You're trying all the different flavours and you're getting that hit, and then you sort of like comparing them against each other. Now, with the Asahi, is that brewed here or is that brewed back in Japan?
That one I'm not. No, I think that one's. I'm not 100% sure. I feel like that one's probably brewed here through Asahi itself.
It says imported to New Zealand by Asahi Beverages.
Okay, so imported to New Zealand. And then what? So it's not brewed here at all?
No.
No, so it's actually in Japan itself.
Yeah, I guess so. And then we just bring it across the ditch, I guess.
Okay. Well, there you go.
It's in Japanese on the front. So.
Well, Asahi Super Dry is hugely popular, as you know, like I said, because we see it everywhere. And it is produced by the Asahi Group Holdings. Super Dry is the most popular Japanese beer by volume. So obviously, there's the most
in Japan and outside of Japan. Just make it up.
Good question.
Make up an answer.
I was just going to say yes.
I believe whatever you say.
Which is impressive considering it was only introduced in 1987. So it's only not introduced in 1987, but it's become the most drinked beer, which is good.
What, created in 87? Or introduced to Australia in 87?
No, I think just created itself in 1987.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. But we can double check that one though. So its release was a huge success for Asahi and sparked a competition known as the Dry Wars. Dry Senso. Dry Wars. The other major beer brewers, Kirin, Sapporo and Suntory, we actually don't have any Suntory beers here, by the way. That's for the next video. Suntory beers.
Disappointing.
All released dry beers of their own and varied results. Super Dry remains the champion and has retained its market share despite all the competition. So literally it's kicking everyone's butt at being the driest of the beers. The winners.
The Dry Wars.
The Dry Wars, yeah.
Real thing.
It seems so. They coined it. So Asahi Super Dry is a light, brisk, it's an interesting choice of a tasting word, brisk and firm beer. I didn't write this. Its drinkability rating is high. Its low level of hop bitterness and high carbonization adds to these characteristics. So it sounds kind of similar to the Sapporo with the hop bitterness, the high carbonation to make it a smooth drink, and the additional characters to it as well. So, Asahi Super Dry. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. Take a bite.
Yeah, it's a good beer. I've had it before. Enjoy it.
Is it drier than Sapporo though? You think it's drier?
I mean, it's not super dry level.
It's not super dry. Yeah. Is that a super dry?
That's a
parched.
Well, that's a super dry.
Oh, so, yeah.
No, it's a good beer. Yeah, easy to drink.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Yeah. Can't complain.
It doesn't have as much flavour. I feel like it doesn't have as much flavour as the Sapporo does.
Yeah.
Well, it had a marginal bit more flavour to it than the Super Dry does. But I do think this is a bit easier to drink. It is a bit smoother, I think, and a bit more sharper, which is probably just that dryness to it. That's what I feel with this one.
Yeah, it's probably a fair assessment.
It's sharper.
Sapporo probably does have more flavour.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely dry. Definitely that if you have a couple more, it's like just that sharp, like at the back of the throat.
What are you rating it though? That's the question.
I gave the Sapporo a 8, didn't I?
You did, yeah. Yep, I'm just checking out the leaderboard here. You've got it as an 8. Yep.
I'm gonna go. I'll go a 7.
Ooh.
Actually, you know what? I'll go 7.5.
Ooh, yeah.
It's been a while since I threw out a 0.5. Better read into it.
Yeah, we're due. We need it.
So I'll go 7.5.
So you're telling me you like the Sapporo more than the Asahi?
I do. Yep, I do. I think this is easier to drink. I think a bit easier to drink. But I think that's still easy to drink, and I think it's got a bit more flavour to it, and it's not. And
so they're both easy to drink.
They're both easy to drink, yeah, absolutely. But I think this one's just got a bit more flavour, and I do prefer the extra dry that does come with. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, so I'll go Sapporo. Definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
What was the score again?
7.5.
7.5. Okay. It's an 8 for me.
8? Yep.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it. It's good beer.
And you had the Sapporo as 9, right?
I did, yeah. So I've got the Sapporo higher as well.
Yeah.
But still a good beer. Easy to drink.
Yep.
Goes well with the snackies.
It does.
So, yeah.
Number 1 in Japan. And the Bradshaw household.
We don't have them in our household.
You can take some home with you if you want. I've got a packet there for you. Alright, cool. So 8 for you, did you say?
I did, yeah.
8, yeah. Alright, cool. Alright. 8 for John. 7.5 for me. 3 more beers to go.
Countdown
Let's go to the next
time.
one. Alright. So this is the third to last beer. So this one here is the Yebisu. Even though it says Yebisu on there, on English, it's actually pronounced Yebisu. And I think even some people go, it's Ebis, but I think most people can pronounce it Yebisu. This one here is actually under you can see the little star there. It is under the Sapporo banner. So Sapporo do actually own the Yebisu. And again, as with the Sapporo Premium, the Yebisu is actually produced under Coopers.
Okay, so here in Adelaide?
So here in Adelaide, out at the Regency Park. Coopers, if you're listening, call me. I've got a bit of an idea for a bit of a collab later on, if you want.
Oh, look out.
But, look, I have had this beer before. I have had this beer before. I will, spoiler alert, it is, to me, delicious. So I expect high ratings from me.
From yourself.
From myself.
Well.
So yeah, but look, it's a really great beer. It is, I think, definitely one of my favourites.
Can you get it in a bottle or does it only come in a tin?
You can get it in a bottle. It's generally, I think, in the larger bottles, as in the sort of the 500ml bottles. I haven't seen them.
The long necks?
The long necks.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in like the 330 type of bottles. But the 500s, and I have seen them in cans.
And what's the meaning behind the logo there? The bloke with the fish.
I got no idea about. Well, that's it. That's interesting.
Be honest with us, though.
One, I've got absolutely no idea what the logo means at all. But I do know about the logo of the next beer that we're going to be drinking, which I'll give you a bit of information about. But this one, no idea.
Right.
But it is a fisherman. Looks like some sort of fisherman. No, it's not a fisherman.
It's a god.
It's a god. Yokai, right? Yokai? Is yokai? No. God. So some sort of god with a big snapper type. Looks like a big red snapper fish. I mean,
pour the beer. Pour the beer, right?
Give up, Luke. Just give up. The camera woman is laughing behind the scenes, by the way, if you're hearing that. All right. Yebisu. You're going to enjoy this one, so I'll pour it all out to the top because you're going to like this one.
All right.
Have you tried this one before?
No, I've not had it. It's definitely new to me.
Oh, oops. Let's turn that around again. Oh, have a look.
Did you used to knock these back in Japan?
Actually, no. Again, I didn't. I don't know why I didn't, but it wasn't a go-to. Again, most of the time when I drink beer,
Is it on tap in Japan? Is it big over there or not so much?
I think it's big over there. But for me, it's definitely one of the older beers, one of the oldest brands going around that I'm aware of. But yeah, for some reason I didn't drink a lot of it. I've actually drank more in Australia than I actually did in Japan of this beer. So.
Okay. Well, let's continue the trend and drink some more now.
Yeah. Come by. That's good.
Yeah, it is nice.
It is nice.
What am I tasting though? What's that little aftertaste at the end?
I know it's really.
It's nice. It is good.
Mellow. I think mellow is the key word. It is a mellow beer.
Is it salmon? Is it?
Is that what the fish is in there? The salmon? It's not a red snapper. It's a salmon.
I don't know.
All right,
no, that's nice. That's good.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it's nice, easy to drink. Could knock 10 down. No dramas at all.
Okay. Well, quiz.
Okay.
I did mention about that being under Cooper's again, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Right, great.
How
many beers have I had?
Is that the question?
No. Okay, so we'll go back to the first question with Sapporo being when Sapporo beer was first launched, which was 1877.
Yep.
So in what year was the birth of Yebisu? Multiple choice again. I'm going to make you just guess.
Okay.
1869, 1877, 1890, or 1900?
Oh, I'm going to go with 1890.
Oh, you are correct, sir.
It's on the can.
Is it? Oh. That's an epic foul on my side. I didn't even know it was on the can.
But,
That's an epic foul by me.
I,
How do you have time to read that?
you were...
I was looking at the rich and mellow. I didn't even notice the big red bold 1890 there.
Tokyo as well, in case you're wondering.
Yeah. Jeez,
1890. No, good drop.
1890. So for me, I'm going to jump into it because, like I said, I really like this beer. I would have it as a 9.5.
Whoa, 9.5.
Yeah,
look out.
I could easily drink this all the time, anytime. Heaps of flavour. It's really easy to drink. For me, hands down 9.5.
Oof. I can't. I'm speechless. I can't compete with that. I know, good beer. Yeah, easy to drink. Agree with that. I'll give it a 9. Recommend it. Yeah, do yourself a favour. Have a drink.
Yebisu is the way to go. Premium yumminess. And thank you to Coopers for bringing it to Australia. Because yeah, it's good. I really like it. A little bit something different. So you always hear people saying that the beer that is made or that's imported to Australia isn't as good as the actual beer itself in Japan. That it tastes different. So I thought, well, let's do a bit of a comparison. Let's get the actual one that's actually made in Japan, and I think this one I don't think is actually made in Japan. Beer brewed and bottled around Australia, so it's not actually done in Japan, whereas this one actually is.
Right, so made in Japan, made in Australia.
Pretty much.
Same recipe.
Apparently so. Should be the same recipe. Obviously under the, when these are brewed, it's under the guidance of, and the recipe and the guidance of Japan. But, people usually say, well, it doesn't taste as good. So I thought, well, let's do the comparison. See what the taste difference really is compared to the Australian and the Japan one.
Can I get another glass? Second glass?
Yeah.
Ready to taste.
Magically appears when we do the editing. Okay, so we'll do this is the one made in Japan. Let's pop this.
So what's the name of the beer?
Oh, sorry, yeah. So this one is the Kirin Ichiban. This is a pretty popular beer in Japan. Probably one of the most popular.
And who brews it? Is this Sapporo or is this...
No, Kirin.
Oh, Kirin itself,
yeah,
right.
Kirin itself, yeah.
Cool.
So as I was saying before in the last video where you prompted me on the logo, I didn't do the research on that logo, but I did do the research on this logo.
Okay.
So the Kirin, which is the logo, the Kirin itself.
Yep. That's it.
Is a mythical creature, yokai, a messenger of good luck. Derived from various ancient legends, it is said to appear as a prelude to joyous times to come.
Okay.
So when you have a crack at the Ichiban, joyous times are to come.
It looks joyous.
The Kirin, a gentle creature, even though it looks scary, flies the skies, its feet never touching the ground as not to harm any insects or plants. Also known as a symbol of peaceful world, it is said to bring days full of peace and tranquility.
To compare.
So we'll do the Japanese one in the Japanese glass. Oops. Give it a good amount there. And then we'll put the Australian made one into this one here. Australian made. Australian made. Alright, so what do you want to do first?
I'm going to start with the Japanese and then I'll work my way across to the Aussie.
Okay. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do a, with the rating, do you want to do the rating at the very end? Or do you want to rate, drink, rate? Or and then rate?
I'm a rate at the end type of guy.
Right at the end?
Yeah, I need to let my taste buds do its thing.
Alright.
And then I'll let you know how I go.
Alright, I like it. Alright. Japanese made in Japan. Kanpai. Kirin Ichiban. Made in Australia.
I think they taste exactly the same.
Oh, Jesus, close. I reckon it's like, it's almost the same.
I mean, it's the same recipe, so you're going to get a slight difference in flavour, bottle versus can. You know, that sort of little tinny flavour, but...
Yeah.
But
there is a difference, yeah.
Apart from that, it is bang on.
I reckon so as well.
Which is good, which is what you want.
Yeah.
And it should be, because you would think Kirin wouldn't want their product being made shithouse. They'd want it to be authentic.
You can swear, it's the After Dark special.
Yeah,
Go for it.
well, they wouldn't want it shithouse. They'd want it to be authentic, and to be honest,
I reckon it's bang on. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, obviously, if you know, people go, oh, well, it wasn't in a can, it was in a bottle. But
that's the beer talking when they say that.
Yeah. But it's honestly dead on.
Yep, that could be the same. Well, it is the same beer.
Yeah.
So that's good. That crushes that myth.
Yeah, it crushes that myth.
Kirin's
going to be calling me for sure now. They're going, thank you for telling us how it's so good.
It is, and full credit. Full credit. Like, follow the recipe. You know, get out a good beer, and it is a good beer.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. Nice. I've not had it before. I'll be honest with you. First time for me, either or, Australian or Japanese versions. Really nice beer, easy to drink. Quite enjoyed it. Could easily have a couple more, and I might. Later on. Good beer, good drop.
I have had this in Japan before. I've never had the made in Australia one.
Can you get the Japanese one in Australia, or can you only get the Aussie one?
Well, so this one, so I got this here.
Oh, so you can actually get both here in Australia?
Yeah, you can. Well, I mean, like, so a lot of these, so I suppose for a lot of people, who's for yourself, and also people who's maybe watching at home, you know, some of these beers you can quite easily find at, you know, your Dan Murphy's. You can find them at your First Choices. Liquorland is really, so First Choice and Liquorland, I think, are owned by Coles. Liquorland and First Choice Liquor, I think it is. They got a really great selection of Japanese beers. More coming in these days than I think a better selection than Dan Murphy's has. Okay. Usually you have Dan Murphy's up there pretty high, but when it comes to Japanese beers, my two go-tos would be First Choice Liquor. This is in South Australia, by the way, and also Liquorland. So that would be the first two if you want Japanese beers of variety. But in saying that, this one here. So this Kirin I actually got from a place called Futake, which is a store in Adelaide in the city, and I got the Yuzu Lager. that was from a store in Adelaide as well called Little Tokyo. So I got those two from more of a specialised Japanese stores that sell that type of stuff. But the Niigata, the Yebisu, the Kirin, the Australian-made one, and the rest, I got all those at just at bottle shops, mostly Liquorland, and I think again with the Niigata beer that came from First Choice.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, you can get those, and there are some other beers as well that you can. Some of the more other imported ones, those sort of more variety ones that you normally get in Japan, you can get here.
So what's your rating then? Tastes the same, so you're rating them the same, I guess?
Yeah, absolutely. Still probably not as good as the Yebisu. What did I have? What's the highest after the 9.5 for the Yebisu that I had?
You got the Yuzu at 9.
The Yuzu at 9. Which one do I like more? I'll probably go a 9 as well, actually, because obviously very different beers. So I would have that as a 9. I think. I'd have that as a 9. Quite actually, yeah. I think that would even. What did I do for the Sapporo Premium?
8.
Yeah. I would have that above the Sapporo quite easily, actually. Yeah, I would have that as a 9. I'd go a 9 for that one. You?
Yeah, it's nice. It's good. It's a good beer. I've already given out 9. So the Yuzu, Sapporo Premium, and the Yebisu.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how many more 9s I can give out.
I don't think you have unlimited.
Based on that, I'm going to give it a 10.
Oh, shut the front door.
Yep,
10.
I like it. Good beer. Could, smash a few more of those bad boys.
Now you know where to go to get them.
I do.
Now you know where to go. Yeah.
So I'm giving it a 10. Loved it.
Cool.
Save the best till last.
Yeah. All right. Good on you.
Happy days.
Loving it. Okay, loving it. 10.
Do yourself a favour. Get into it.
Oh, 10. Well, at least we got a 10 for the first video, so that's good. When we do the next round of Japanese beers, we'll see if we can try to get a 10 as well.
We should do a video of South Australian beers.
Versus Japanese beers? Oh, I like your thinking. That could be the next one, actually. That could be the next one. All right, cool. Well, all right.
Thanks,
that's it. Yeah,
thanks for the beers.
No worries. I think that was really good. It was really good to try all the different beers at the one time. Instead of just like having them every now and again, I think it was really, really good to try them all differently, to try them all at the same time. And I think it was really good to do this comparison.
Yeah.
To do a Mythbusters special.
That was good. Yeah, it was good.
Is there really that difference, or is there not?
Absolutely no difference in taste at all. It's exactly the same.
Totally agree. Cool. All right. Well, look, thanks, John, for coming along and helping me enjoy all these beers.
No worries. Thanks for having us.
No worries. Definitely see you for part 2. I reckon, for sure. Thanks everyone at home for watching as well. Like I said, if you haven't tried any of these beers, go out and try them yourself. I think South Australia is really great for getting more and more beers coming in. Well, Australia in general, but I think it's just, in South Australia, you're able to access these beers plus some more as well. So if you are a Japanese beer lover, go out there and try and find some more. If you haven't gotten into the Japanese beers yet, make sure that you do. Give them a try and see how you go. And if you got any comments that you want to provide down below around the tastings and your thoughts, definitely let me know. But until then, see you in the next video, I suppose. Nothing there.